Everyone talks about the cost of starting a dairy farm, like it's a mountain only the wealthy can climb. Expensive infrastructure, high feed costs, and unpredictable milk prices have convinced many that small-scale dairying is a losing game. But the truth is, some of the most productive and sustainable dairy farms in history started with little more than a few cows, smart resource use, and a deep understanding of animal care. If you're watching this because you want to make a living, or even just provide for your family through dairy without sinking into debt, you're in the right place. Today we'll break down how you can start or maintain a thriving dairy operation on a small budget, using practical methods that date back generations but still outperform most modern, costly systems. The first principle of dairy farming on a small budget is resisting the temptation to go big too soon. Large herds require large inputs: more feed, more equipment, and more labour. Right, so starting with 2 or 3 well-chosen animals allows you to learn the rhythm of dairying and manage your resources with precision. Older dairy guides from the mid-1900s emphasized that a small, healthy herd, properly fed and milked, could yield more usable milk than a larger, mismanaged one. If you're just beginning, focus on dual-purpose breeds like the Jersey or the Guernsey. These smaller cows are hardy, adaptable, and known for producing high butterfat milk, which fetches better prices for cheese or yogurt making. They also eat less and can thrive on pasture-based systems, saving you a fortune in feed costs. If space is limited, goats can be an excellent entry point, producing rich milk with minimal infrastructure. Right, so start by fencing off even a single acre of good pasture and rotating grazing sections weekly. This, you see, allows the grass to recover while maintaining high nutrition for your animals. A single acre, managed properly, can honestly feed 2 cows through much of the year when supplemented with crop residues or whatever locally available fodder you might have. Housing doesn't need to be expensive, it just needs to be functional and clean, really. Far too many farmers end up spending more money on buildings than on animal welfare. You don't need concrete barns or mechanical milking parlours to keep cows healthy and productive, you know. A simple shed built from local timber iron sheets or even reclaimed materials can serve as a perfectly adequate dairy shelter. The key, honestly, is in the design. Dry flooring, proper ventilation, and easy access to feed and water make all the difference. The floor should slope gently to allow urine and wash water to drain away. Deep litter systems using sawdust, straw or dry leaves not only reduce cleaning costs, but, create compost for your fields when replaced. This natural byproduct can be turned into a valuable soil amendment, reducing fertilizer expenses, which is really quite handy. Feed smarter, not costlier, by using local and seasonal resources. Feed is the single biggest expense in dairy farming, but it's also where the smartest savings can be made. Traditional farmers understood how to use what the land already provided. Green fodder, kitchen scraps, crop residues, and byproducts like molasses or brewer's grain. You see, they can all be used quite effectively. For instance, if you're growing maize, don't just harvest the grain. Chop the stalks and leaves for silage. It's a wonderful way to make the most of what you've got, really. Now, a simple silage pit, can be dug right into the ground. You layer it with chopped fodder and add a little molasses to help with fermentation. Once it's sealed with plastic or even thick mud, it keeps for months. This provides rich feed during those dry seasons when resources are scarce. Quite handy, isn't it? Similarly, sweet potato vines, banana stems and cassava leaves can be used to supplement grass when managed properly. Diversifying your animal's diet with legumes like lucerne or desmodium, well, it naturally increases milk yield by improving protein intake. It's all about giving them a balanced diet, you see. Healthcare and breeding are investments, not expenses. It's tempting, to cut corners on veterinary care or breeding, but this is where many small farms fail. Preventative care is always cheaper than cure. So keep up with deworming schedules, vaccinations, and regular hoof trimming. For breeding, don't rush to buy a bull. Instead, partner with local cooperatives or use artificial insemination services, which are far cheaper and quite often produce superior offspring. Select for animals with proven productivity and calm temperaments, traits that reduce stress and increase milk yield. Turn waste into wealth and close the nutrient loop. Every byproduct on a small dairy farm can serve a purpose if managed properly. Cow dung, urine and leftover feed can be converted into biogas or organic fertilizer. Well, a basic biogas setup made from plastic drums or concrete rings can actually power your kitchen or even small machinery, which really helps cut down on energy costs. And manure composted with bedding material produces this nutrient-rich humus that improves soil fertility, so you can reduce your dependence on purchased fertilizers. Sell smart and diversify your income streams. A small dairy farm thrives when every drop of milk and every hour of labour counts. Instead of relying solely on raw milk sales, consider small-scale value addition. Making yogurt, ghee or cheese can multiply your returns several times over. Even selling directly to neighbours or local markets ensures fresher milk and better profit margins than bulk supply chains. If you have surplus manure or compost, package and sell it locally as organic fertilizer. Some smallholders even run educational farm visits or offer goat milk soap workshops as side income. The goal isn't to work harder. It's to make each part of your system generate value. Dairy farming on a small budget isn't about cutting corners. It's about farming intelligently, the way generations before us did. Focus on animal health, good feed management, and the natural cycles of your land, and you'll build a system that produces milk, manure, and money without heavy loans or modern dependence. If this guide helped you rethink what's possible on a small scale, subscribe to Husbandry for more grounded, practical insights drawn from time-tested traditions and real-life farm experience. Share this video with others trying to start small but dream big, because the most sustainable dairy operations aren't built from capital. They're built from knowledge, patience and purpose.